Hello guys, it's Frosty. Welcome to my channel. So this guy's created a clips channel, Fresh and Fit. So this is gonna make it a little bit easy for me to react to some of their content because their videos are like way too long. But yeah, so today we're reacting to Fresh and Fit, and I saw this video, important thing men must do, and I'm a man, so I want to know what it is. I did watch this live broadcast, and I really like what happened there. That's all I remember. I actually don't remember much about what they were talking about because I watch a lot of their content, especially when I'm working. So I'm like half paying attention to what they're doing while I'm doing what I'm doing. But anyways, yeah, let's get into this. And before, like it says up there, like, sub. After subbing, after liking, that means that you watch the entire video. So comment something that you think. All right, that'll be very exciting for me because I wanna say some stuff as well. But anyways, important thing men must do. Let's get into it.
Agree with you that
men and women are equal.
There's less.
Arm wrestle Andrew right now. Let's see, men and women are equal. Let's go.
Why are you coming at me? I'm agreeing with you. The
I
fuck?
thought you said we are equal.
No, I'm saying I don't think we're equal at all,
okay.
and I do agree with you that I think it's harder to find like an eligible man than it is to find like a bad bitch. I feel like women do have, like, we have to do less to find a decent man than men do to find a decent woman.
And there you have it. She said it flawlessly, meaning that as a girl, in order for you to get a decent man, just decent, like an average good man, what you need to do is to be born. All right, that's all you need to do. After being born, you've actually opened the door to get that man. Sure, to keep him, you need to do extra stuff like being submissive, feminine, all that stuff. But then again, like I said, in order to get to the door, you just have to be born as a woman. I mean, if you look at fat girls that are not attractive, they still get attractive men sometimes. Not like just attractive men, like just attraction in terms of looks. They can get that, right? And that's because men are usually desperate. A lot of men are desperate because not all men are going to be able to get a lot of women, and that desperation sometimes gets to you. So then a lot of these men tend to do things that they wouldn't do to get the box, to get pum pum. Right? So that's how it is. That's basically how it is. That's why a lot of girls don't understand, because all they have to do is to be born and be there. And then once they're there, and then they look at a guy who tells them I'm struggling with the pussy, they're like, he's just a loser. It's not entirely the case. If you're 16 and you're average, you're not going to be getting most of the girls. You're not. That's not going to happen, right? But then the guy in high school who's going to be the jock, the rugby player, or the cricket player. Like, I played cricket, and in the season where I would be playing cricket, I would get a little bit more attention from girls. That usually happened to me in high school. So, and again, since I was average, I only had cricket going for me. My personality was all over the place and all that stuff. So just because I had cricket, some girls would actually be a little bit nicer to me when I tried to talk to them. I'm not saying I had zero girls in high school. I'm just saying that I had more of an advantage because of my cricket. Now let's talk about the other guys who are less attractive, very short, all these things. I'm quite tall, I'm like 6'1", so that's fine. You know, that type of thing, right? That gave me an edge back in high school. I'm not saying I was 6'1" in high school, but I'm saying I was a little bit taller than a lot of the guys. That gave me an advantage, but that advantage was not enough because I had to do more. Girls, on the other hand, again, she just has to look pretty. If she's not as pretty, a lot of guys actually go for those type of girls because they feel like they have a better chance because she's not as hot as the other ones. So yeah, those are the other things that's one thing that she gets right.
But think
about it. Like,
I mean,
the more money you make as a woman, the more doors close. The more money a man makes,
always trade.
But also, it's difficult for independent ass women too, because men like to have that financial and other type of control over you.
But yeah, you know what? But let me say something now.
Before he says that, I don't know. Let's look at it like this. Let's look like this. Men and women are different, right? Like he asked at the beginning of this. Men and women are different. And because we're different, we're going to want different things. All right. Sorry. This chick over here and this chick over here. Yeah, they're fresh things right here. But anyways, stop looking at the screen. So what I'm saying, men and women are different. And because we're different, we're going to want different things. So if I'm going to want something different from you, don't expect me to then want you because you've done something that I did. So that's the misunderstanding that she has. That the fact that, like, this is a problem that Western women face, but then even in my country, there are successful women out there that end up doing the whole Ben 10 thing. They call it Ben 10 because it's a woman who's older, she has a lot of money. Then, in order to just have sexual satisfaction, she sponsors the guy who's younger because he's young, he's got more testosterone, and he's extremely horny. So he's gonna basically get more. That type of guy is gonna get more sugar mamas than a guy who's 35, right? So these women do that because whether they've given up trying or they actually understand that, well, just because I'm making more money, I'm not going to get another guy. Because having more money is not a trait that a man is looking for in a woman. It's a trait that a woman is looking for in a man. All right? Because we're different. And a lot of women don't want to understand. Some of them try to understand it, but then when they start getting it, they're scared of the reality of it. Then they just decide they don't want to understand it. Then there's some who understand it, accept it. There's some who understand it, get angry. Yeah, it's a game. It's a game, guys.
Let me make this very clear. Maybe I'm just old and wise, right? But I'm not ignorant when I find a good woman. If I find a good woman and I know she's doing things to me which are unusual, if I truly know that I can trust that every single dude she met that messages her on Instagram gets ignored, if I know that if I say, look, baby, make me coffee in the morning, I'm tired, or I'm hungry, she looks for something, or the house is always clean, or whatever, I'm not stupid. Maybe.
There. He just described what most, and when I say most, I would say 99.9% of men want that. Because, again, we are different. That means that we have to take up certain roles. If I'm going to be working and doing that, because like both my parents work, but my mom's work is not the type of work where she's not going to be able to do a lot of things. All right. So when someone is needed at home, she's going to be at home. She's going to be cleaning up, doing all sorts of stuff. The type of work that my mom does is not a work that's it's not, I don't know how to put this. It's not like a career where you actually have to be there. You have to be at meetings. No, it's a passion thing. My mom likes to make clothes and curtains and all that stuff, right? That's her job, and she likes doing it. But she benefits from the money that she makes from it. So obviously she's gonna demand her money and all that stuff. Of course, it's a job. She has to do that. But then when she's needed at home, she's gonna be at home. Now, as a guy, if you marry a woman, it's the opposite of that, where she's working in a career, she has to be at work. She has to be at work to keep it. She has to be at work so that the family survives. The man is usually emasculated because of that. And anyways, it's going to be hard to lead a person like that because they are way too assertive. You don't become the top lawyer by being passive. That's impossible unless you're so hot that everyone who's sitting in that meeting where they're trying to promote you, they're like, okay, damn the job, she's hot, let's just take her. If that's the case, then yeah, fine. You're like a unicorn in that situation. You're very rare. But then again, in order for you to be at that top, you need to be assertive, right? And I remember last night we were actually having a conversation with my mom where she was saying that she's got a problematic client who's not paying her money, and she was describing passive and submissive traits. Like she was basically describing what a submissive person would do. She doesn't want to be confrontational, so what she would do if the person is being problematic, she wants to leave the situation. Things like that. Those are submissive things. She's not going to be combative, right? And that was a fun conversation we had last night. But anyways, yeah, a lot of men are looking for that type of thing. What he just said, she's going to be submissive, compliant, and then she's going to be cleaning the house, doing these things, being helpful to the man by not being a problem. All these things, like it's a simple thing. Like men are simple. Most men are going to agree to this. And a lot of women don't want to understand that, but let's go.
Be a lot of men who treat you like shit in those situations aren't experienced with women, and they can replace that.
Yeah.
I know if I find a good woman that she deserves respect, because I know how hard that is to find.
Facts.
Finding beautiful women is easy.
Yeah.
It's
But
easy.
finding a girl who's actually down for you is very hard.
Yeah.
So if I get one, I keep her, because I'm not a fool, right?
On the team. AJ, you got some? Guest of honor?
What?
You
Oh,
got
I
a
just
question? You got a
spoke.
question for the guys?
I said honestly, I do agree with you. Like I said, like I think it's harder to find. Like there's less eligible, rich, good-looking, successful men. Like it's harder to find an eligible man to
Like you're
marry
successful.
or whatever.
So most guys
Yeah.
now to you, like if they ain't making a certain
But
amount of money a month, they're like,
I feel like when you're a successful woman, though, it is a little bit harder too
Those
because
look fake, by the way.
a lot of men like to have the upper hand and they feel threatened. Like I made more money than my last two exes, and I felt like because of that they cheated on me to like kind of
Oh, yeah,
have
she's
a one
actually
up on
quite
me.
cute,
You
the
know what I
black
mean?
girl.
To like feel like because I felt like I was the alpha in
The
the last two
drinking, though.
relationships
I
because
see what you're
I
saying.
really
Yeah, true.
I see
I
what you're
paid
saying.
for everything, and so I felt like I was
Oh yeah, and that doesn't work very quickly. If a woman is gonna be doing everything, she's not gonna be happy. I've seen this a lot, uh, like families that I've interacted with. If the woman is doing that, there's not much happiness there because you're no longer a man in that situation. If the woman is doing everything, she's paying for the school fees, she's paying for the house, she's paying for the electricity, the water, she's buying the food. If the woman is doing that and you're the guy who's sitting, there's not going to be happiness there because you're not fulfilling your role as the man. And now the woman is forced into getting into the man's role, which is a role that she's not supposed to be in. So I get that. I do understand that.
Really doing the most, and then I got fucked
you
over
paid
in
for
the
everything?
end.
You were simping?
Everything.
You were simping.
Both of my exes moved in with me. Like I was a fucking simp. And I'll never go back to that life. Trust and believe that. But I'm just saying, like through that, I realized a lot of men don't like a woman to be independent and successful
AJ,
because then it's easy for me to just dip
let's keep it a
out.
stack though. Let's keep it a stack.
Yeah.
That like it doesn't work when a woman is in a financial leadership position.
No, I agree.
It just doesn't work.
I agree.
Like you'll tolerate it for a little bit. Like
Yeah.
you'll pay a bill here, there.
And that's what I was trying to do. I was hoping they would get on their feet and fucking like help out.
Yeah.
No, they want to take advantage of that, and I'm sure it's flip flop too. Like if you're paying for everything, and you're literally the breadwinner, and you're doing everything. Guaranteed, you will get taken advantage of.
No. Men
here or
don't
there.
care though. That's the difference. That's why I'm saying men always need to lead. Because if a man is
Sometimes
paying all the
they do,
bills, he ain't
though.
gonna care.
They can hold shit over your head though, like.
But a man's here's the difference.
You know what? The thing that I'm picking up from this girl in blue, the fake tits, is she does not understand the idea of submissive. Because the whole thing about holding over your head, I mean, come on, most men, and I'm talking about average men now, not just because if we're talking about the men who actually have all the game, they get all the women, if they find that one person, sure, they might act like the average man, to be honest, unless if they're tired and all these things. The thing is, as a man, if you understand your role is to provide and to lead, then you need to take that role. And as a woman, if you're supposed to be submissive and basically be led by this man to a better life and all that stuff, blah, 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 if you understand that, yes, and then you guys are working in sync like that, because remember, if for my fingers to be in sync right now, this finger and that finger, if they're in the same place, they're not going to sync. They're just going to block each other. But then if they're in the like this, it works. Ha! Awesome analogy, right? So yeah, it's just one of those where it's yeah, you play different roles. So once you play different roles, she then doesn't understand that the moment that you're being submissive, the man doesn't have to hold anything over you, right? But then even if what does she mean by holding something over the woman? Like the guy is rich and he's holding that over her. He doesn't have to. If she's acting in a certain way that he doesn't like, he can just move away. He can just find another one. So that idea doesn't work. She is in a position where she can actually hold that over men, and then she maybe has, right, to say that, well, if you're not going to put yourself together, because she said that she's dated men that she had to support. Maybe she was saying things like, well, if you're not going to do the right thing, I'm going to leave. And then she left. So she thinks men are going to be doing that. Nah, highly unlikely. Because a man who has gotten the girl right and she's doing what he has to do and she's doing what she has to do, he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to hold anything over her. That's my response to that.
A man's attraction for you is not indicative on it whether you pay the bills or he does.
Oh, agree.
If he pays the bills, he's still gonna love you the same. He's not gonna care. But for a woman, if she's paying the bills, she's gonna build that resentment and lose attraction.
I agree, but you could still take advantage of them without.
How?
But I would say this, right? Most guys that would date you and you make more money than them, they're bums. Let's keep it a stack
Yeah,
here.
definitely.
So those type of guys are gonna take advantage of you.
That's on me for dating a fucking bum.
There you
But
go.
you know what? Now I know.
There you go.
And I can say what I've learned from it. So
Okay.
Fuck it.
Hey, well, you know what? We were all
Stupid.
at one
At
time.
one point, yeah.
Hey, stupid.
You have a question or no?
Oh no, I have honestly a statement though.
All right,
It's
go
gonna piss y'all.
Sure.
Say it.
My statement, and this is true. I believe this to myself. Every man is gay. Period.
What?
Every man is gay. At least it.
Holy shit, I'm gay. I didn't know. Fuck out of here.
In the industry, Hollywood, rappers, athletes, y'all are all fucking gay. I know it for a fact.
She doesn't mean that.
Y'all
No,
will be surprised.
bitch, I do
Y'all
mean
will be
it.
surprised.
I
Don't back
mean
your
that.
boy.
I
Y'all will
know
be
for a
surprised.
fact. I've been around these dudes. They're all gay.
Wait, hold on.
Low
Hold on.
key.
Stop the show right here. Stop the show. Are we talking about like really on the other team and happy? Let's try to
They're
call it happy.
on the down low. Like,
so
down
like they're really
low.
doing it? Or
They're
you just
really
saying
doing
undercover?
it. They're doing it on the down low. They
Undercover?
don't want that shit exposed because they're in the public eye and that's fucking embarrassing. It'll ruin their image because they're a rapper. Like, half these rappers.
I would argue that that's wrong because if you notice a lot of, this is gonna sound controversial, but I'm in Zimbabwe. Who's gonna care, right? I think right now, in your country, America, being gay is actually way more beneficial right now because you're gonna get the clout. The SJWs will be on your side. Yeah, people don't understand gay people, all this stuff. I honestly think that it's actually beneficial to be gay. You're lying. Look at Sam Smith. How many times did he change the team back and forth, and how much did he benefit from that? Come on. And shows that have gay people, like TV shows and movies and video games, people want to have, like, being gay is actually the in thing right now. You're lying. You're like lying. You just mad at the man who was probably gay and used you, most probably. Or you just mad at them, like you're mad that a man said no to your fake tits. Like, he must be gay. Yeah, he must be gay. So it's just one of those, nah, we're not gay. I love Pum Pum so much, right? I actually had to go to therapy not to love it so much so that I can actually get some work done. That's how ungay a lot of guys are. And look at Myron's face right now. Like, look at his face, like, this bitch. And then Fresh is like, I bet those tits are fake. And then this dude is like, I'm over this shit. Yeah.
Rappers are sucking dick, bro.
Man.
On purpose.
Damn, bro. I don't know. I'm not there.
That's
So.
my statement. Respond. I want you to
assume,
respond.
No, let's assume what you say is true, right?
Okay.
Because it's easy to say what you're. It's easy to call you a liar.
You've
Let's
been
assume what
through
you're saying
so
is true.
Thank you.
Then that just proves my point. You may not see it, but that just proves an absolute obsession in the modern world with the acts of sex, how sex feels, certain sexual acts. This is a different sexual act than that sexual act. Everything I was saying earlier about a connection with somebody and actually trying to build a future with somebody would prevent everything. I hate to go on like and sound religious or some shit, but this is what all this is about, right? You meet a woman, you fall in love with a woman. Sex with that woman is about something beyond purely the physical act of sex.
Yeah, before you continue, that is true. Because the thing is, chicks like this, look at the way she's looking at him. Chicks like this expect a man to just fall over to her knees and be like, onto a foot, like to a foot, and be like, yeah, you're the queen, you're everything, having sex with you is amazing. The moment a man is like, nah, and the thing is, with women, they only see the men that they want, and they want the rich, successful type of, like, let's say, personally for her, let's say she wants a man who makes above 500,000, and he's tall and he's sexy, all that stuff. Let's say those are men. And let's say worldwide, there are only like 1 million men out of like 50 million men that are on the planet. Let's just use that number. 1 million men have what she wants. The other 49 million have nothing that she wants. She won't even see these other 49 million guys. She won't see them. But she'll only see these guys who actually have options. Meaning that when these guys are rejecting her back and forth, let's say 80% of the 1 million men are rejecting her. She's gonna say, he's rejecting me, he's gotta be gay. The next guy, oh, he's rejecting me, he's gotta be gay. Meaning that all these guys are now gay in her eyes. So all men are gay. Because she only sees like 900,000 men who are refusing to bang her, and they're gay, and then she's discounting every other man that's not making what she wants. So that's a problem that these women have. And then he just said it. If a man really wants you and really cares about you, he's going to sleep with you. But these men don't want you, they don't care about you. So then the sex becomes something more than what he was saying, the ridiculous stuff, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, what I'm just saying that she only thinks that because she only sees a certain percentage of men. Let's go left with like a minute.
For someone who's living in the modern world, like these rappers and people are, and they're obsessed with just being connected to nobody, having no depth as an individual,
just
having no soul, just sex. You probably fuck anything. You'll fuck a man, a cow, a fucking woman. Who gives a shit,
R.
right?
Kelly.
You're right.
And what I was saying was based on the women only. But then yeah, he's right also. There's a certain demographic of people who just care about the act itself. Alright? Which is a problem with the modern world anyways. Because it's actually coming to our side, to be honest. Alright? But then yeah, it's different with men and women. It actually is different with men and women. That's not the discussion I want to get into anymore. So that's for another video. So keep watching, subscribe, blah 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 blah. The stuff is at the top here.
my
So
God.
that's what a lot of this is. A lot of the conversations we're having are based on a complete lack of morality as an individual and depth as an individual. And I think genuinely, if you've had enough sex, I've been 24. I was world champion at 23, right? I've fucked enough. If I'm gonna be with a woman now, I want to actually enjoy my time with her when I'm not having sex with her. Call me romantic,
which is like
95%
of the time.
But that's what I want. And a lot of these
right.
dudes, are like, oh, all I do is fuck, da-da-da. Then yeah, they're probably gonna end up putting their dick in a man's mouth because all this, what the fuck else they gonna do? What else they gonna do?
Yo, you know what? He's right. Because, for example, right, when I said earlier, yes, take dick and be quiet, I meant be peaceful. As in, like, don't be a headache. I don't want to be arguing with you. Let's just be calm, have good vibes and good energy. And real talk, me and Myron, we don't date chicks that like are headaches anymore. It's like, yo, if you don't add to the company, you know, add value to us, we're like kind of like, you know what?
I'll just make my own sandwich.
Stay away from us. Yeah.
Subway, what's good?
So you're right.
So yeah. That's it. Like he said it right there, because that's the thing. So that's the important thing that men must do. All right. Yeah. All right. So okay. So if I were to comment on what Fresh said, I would just say that that's the idea. Because the thing is, as a man, if you can actually get sex, let's say I'm a dude who can actually just go out there, talk to a girl for like 20 minutes, and then in the next hour I'm already smashing her, then the sex is going to end up being meaningless. Sure, I can look at another girl, I'm like, damn, she's beautiful in a way I haven't seen yet. Damn. Oh, damn, right now she's so hot that I want to smash that type of girl right now. I can do it, go smash that type of girl. Then but the sex at the end of the day is meaningless, because if you're going to be in a relationship with a woman now, 95% of the time you're not having sex. So she's got to mean something. She's got to do something that makes me want to keep her around me. Because remember, the man is always going to control who's going to be in a relationship. Sure, women break off relationships, but in order for, like, until the man wants you to be in a relationship, you're not going to be in it. All right? And then the thing is, the way that doesn't benefit a woman is because after he's smashed you, he has the full decision whether he wants you to be there or not. So, like I said, 90% of the time you're not fucking. So you gotta be doing something that makes me want to keep you around until the next time I wanna fuck you. And rinse and repeat. This is Frosty, guys, and I'm out. Boom.